Hi, I'm Amy Fisher with This Day, and I am here tonight with Carol Griffith. Talking tonight not only with Carol about her incredible experience as an owner and partner of Griffith Realty, yes, but also being part of the commission of Livingston County, yes, specifically Genoa Township.
Yes, I'm actually chairwoman of the Livingston County Board of Commissioners, and I do also represent Genoa Township, which is District 7 in Livingston County.
And so since 2009, you've held the chair?
Since 2009, I have been an elected official as a commissioner. In the last 3 years, this is my 3rd year as being chairwoman of the board.
Wow. So I'm just curious, did you wake up one day and decide this is something that I wanted to do?
No, I don't think so. I think there was a couple of reasons. I've been a lifelong resident of Livingston County, and my family has been here for generations. I sell real estate. I love Livingston County. I'm so involved in the community itself that I just thought it just seemed like a natural just to kind of be on the forefront there and be engaged in kind of helping to assist in the reventing of Michigan. We kind of started a couple of years ago, so it's been nice to be a part of that.
Wow. So now, and you are a Livingston County born and raised.
Yes, I am.
In the area.
Yes.
Have never left?
Well, I left to go to college, and I left to live in Jackson for 2 years with another career that I was pursuing, and then decided that I was going to come right back into real estate.
And now you're doing it with your family?
Yes. My brother is my business partner, Scott Griffith, and I'm very pleased that just recently my son just got his real estate license, so now he completes the circle as 4th generation.
Well, that's wonderful to be able to do that and have that opportunity. And you'd also mentioned that your family, your father also?
Yes. So my grandfather, which was Harold Crandall, he's deceased, of course. He started Crandall Realty in 1928. Did live in Howell, and so his office was actually his home as well. Raised my mother there.
God, that's incredible.
And then when my mother and father got married, then his son-in-law, my dad, went into business with him. So it's been a long legacy.
And now is that home still in the family?
It is. It is. My father still goes there every day, and that is his office. It's right across from the Howell Theater, right down 2 doors down from the historic courthouse.
Oh, that's wonderful. So it sounds like you've got a lot of family surrounding you. You know how we're just so mobile, everybody, but it just seems like with your family and in the same business.
Right.
So there's always lots to say when you get together.
Oh yes, our Thanksgiving meal is quite boring though. It's just like having an office meeting.
Wow. Well, now you also have a daughter?
I do. I have a daughter, Ashley, and she resides in Auburn Hills, and she works for Oakland University.
Oh,
and so she handles their golf outings and their golf facility.
Oh, that's fantastic. It sounds really exciting. And in terms of on what you do for Genoa Township, what are the things, like what are the challenges that you're facing right now?
Well, actually Livingston County as a whole, as a board of commissioners, I'm very proud of Livingston County and what we've been able to accomplish. I mean, we were faced with some of the most difficult times in the nation and also the state. And we worked very, very hard in Livingston County to balance our budget, to live within our means. We have the lowest tax basis of any county in Michigan.
Really?
We do have a balanced budget. We have our AAA bonding from Moody's, which only 4 other, including ourselves, counties share in Michigan. So I'm very, very proud of the stability that we have here, and I think that the legacy of leadership at the county commissioners have really looked out for the hardworking taxpayers, and so they should be proud too. So consequently, as being a realtor, it's easy to sell the area when you can tell people that we do have stability, we have increasing values, we have a balanced budget, they don't have to worry about the government side so much, and we have world-renowned medicine, within
Yeah.
driving distance, and we're vibrant, we're stable,
Which
and
is-
that means a lot.
Yeah, that is wonderful. Well, you, I mean, you definitely have dealt with the challenges in the marketplace.
Yes.
Definitely since what, 2006, 2007?
Oh yes,
Things were-
right.
But now
yes.
we're showing some stability.
Really showing
Yes.
some signs of economic growth
Mhm.
now is what we've been waiting to do. So we're seeing an appreciation in our prices,
Mhm.
our values now. There are a lot less distress sales on the market and foreclosures, which is good for everyone. So we are seeing appreciation now in those values. And I just think sellers are smiling.
Well,
I think
that's
everybody
great.
feels a little more confident about the market.
Right.
So
Well, we're just going to take a real quick break, and we will be right back. I'm Amy Fisher from This Day. Okay, we're back here with Carol Griffith, and we are talking about a lot of wonderful things, especially about your business. Would love to focus a little bit more about what you're doing for Livingston County. And just tell me a little bit about how you decided to I don't know, what drove you, your passion to help the county.
Well, I'm kind of a serial volunteer in Livingston County, so I've sat on a lot of boards and a lot of diverse boards, and it was just an opportunity that came up. I follow Bill Rogers, good friend of mine, and as he was elected up to the House of Representatives, that was a vacancy there in my district. So he and I talked, and he really encouraged me to run for the open position, and I've really, really enjoyed it. And there's a couple of reasons I enjoyed it. I think just because of my background and knowing the county and being a resource and being engaged has really helped me. And I have a pulse, of course, on the community, so I know what the needs are, and I kind of pride myself in to be forward thinking and seeing where we're going and kind of envision what we need in the county. So I think that has been a benefit to me and kind of added a skill set to the board. There are 9 of us that are commissioners, and we have a nice diverse board. Everyone comes from a little different background, and mine of course is real estate, and that sort of has helped with the equalization and planning for the future and that sort of thing, so I think that adds to the board. Meanwhile, I've been very active in my association and just finished as being president for the Michigan Association of Realtors.
Oh.
And so that was 2014.
Okay.
We have 23,000 members, and very
Wow.
tied into, again, public policy.
And they're all in
And
Livingston
so-
County?
No, the 23,000 actually is in Michigan.
Okay.
Michigan. So there's roughly 500 realtors in Livingston County.
Mm-hmm.
So our public policy is a large part of our association, and I have sat on those boards in the past. So I think it just kind of all came together and fits nicely together, and I've enjoyed it all very much to represent the people of Livingston County.
How do you juggle being a mother, a business owner, and being on the board?
Well, I don't sleep
just-
much.
No?
Lucky for me, my children are now adults.
Okay.
So they are out of the house. But
You did start in 2003, so we're talking,
Oh, yes.
that is what, almost 12 years ago. So they were
Yeah.
definitely, they weren't,
And I've owned
they were
my
little.
business since
Yeah.
1981, so there's a lot of juggling that goes on in time management. But I think the busier you are, sometimes the more efficient you become because you have to.
Well, it probably also helped your children that they became extremely efficient themselves as well.
Yes,
Because when you were busier doing things and, you had that, sort of that indication that you need to be doing something else and not coming to me, that they figured it out.
Right.
They
Not
became
many
really
home-cooked meals.
self-sufficient. Right. No, they didn't become chefs.
Oh no! I don't know if the oven works.
Tell me a little bit about your background in terms of your education. Where'd you go to school?
Well, I grew up, as I mentioned, in Brighton, so
Okay.
I went, graduated from Brighton High School, and from there I went to Albion College, which is a private school in Albion. And
What did you study? What was your focus?
I had 2 majors there. I worked very hard there to have a business background, so business management and interior design.
Ah.
So I focused on that, hoping to get back into the business world. And interestingly enough, just because I grew up in a real estate family, I did get my real estate license when I was 18. So when I came home from summers, I did sell real estate. And that was a challenge at times to break into a market which was predominantly at that point men and older men, and I was 18, 19 years old and selling homes. But it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about business and tenacity and hard work and fortitude.
Sure.
And I think those were some of the skills that kind of carried through and resonated with me. So.
Very interesting. Wow, 18 years old.
Yeah. It was very interesting because the first thing that most people would say is when we got into the car, you're going to drive? Yes, I have a driver's license, just get in. And off we would go. So the whole business of real estate has changed since that time, but that was very unusual, I think. But I didn't know anything different.
Right.
So I met some incredible people and worked very, very hard for the position that I had, and it certainly paid off.
About back when you had started in real estate and now today, what do you see in terms of the changes?
Well, I think the dynamics have changed a little bit. There's a lot more women that are in real estate now than there were years ago, and it is an opportunity for both men and women, but we do see more women in that particular role, I think, because many times they're good negotiators. And I think that's a good quality to have in real estate. And where I think it's changing somewhat too is when I look back on my leadership roles at the Association of Realtors. Most of my committee work, a lot of my directors have been men. It's been dominated by the men. I'm seeing a lot more women take those roles. And
now.
I think that's really important to have that balance, and it's important on any board to have that balance between men and women and views that they might have or seeing things a little bit differently, but more than anything to have diversity I think is important.
Tell me about some of the things that you've been most proud of professionally, personally, anything that has come up recently that you want to share in terms of
Well, I feel very
successes?
Fortunate that over the years that I've had a lot of nice honors and a lot of wonderful awards. And when you own your own business, you don't get a new title, you don't get a pay raise. So when you get awards, it means so much. And so a few that come to mind, I have been named Realtor of the Year for Livingston County 3 years.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And I have been named Women of Political Power also. And let's see, I am on the Brighton Honor Roll of Women. I was named Most Influential in Business from the Ann Arbor News a few years ago. And just recently I did complete, as I had mentioned, being the president of the Michigan Association of Realtors, which was quite an honor to serve 24,000 realtors in the state. I'm now doing some things nationally, and that's created some great pride too. So I feel very fortunate. I guess another, I did receive an award for a realtor active in politics for the state of Michigan as well. So I kind of forget.
A lot of awards.
A lot of awards. I kind of forget about it sometimes because you just keep getting busy and getting engaged in other things. But very
extremely
proud of that.
Impressive.
Thank you.
Wow. It has been an absolute pleasure meeting with you.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm sorry that I lived here for many years in Brighton and I had never met you before.
Well, I invite
but I am just downtown Hall near your father's.
Okay, well, as long as you're still in
home.
Livingston County,
I am.
we're good. It's
I
just
am
such a great place to live.
Absolutely, yeah. But thank you so much. I do appreciate the time.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is Amy with This Day. Have a good evening. All right, so while we were just closing this interview, I just met with Carol, and just extremely honored to have met a woman in Livingston County that has done more than I could ever imagine doing with family, with a business, helping to run this county, and it was just an honor to be able to meet her. So I hope that you enjoyed this interview as well. My name is Amy Fisher, and I am with This Day.